really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes!
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
Just
always love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think it's pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and they set up
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
No, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. You know what this means.
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
the cameras are messed up.
The cameras are jacked up. This is just the normal toe shit today. Give me 1 second, I'll get it fixed.
It's good for me.
All right, you're a better man because I'm about to jack it up for you. What's up, guys? It's the study stream, and we are live here to get better and
Technical
let you guys
difficulty.
win prizes.
There we go.
Almost. Hang on, I'm almost there. Oh no!
Technical
backwards.
difficulties from
got it
Toe.
backwards.
No shit.
Yeah, always.
Ain't
I'm always
no way
ready,
we
and then
don't
I
have
do
it.
something and get distracted, and then I'm not ready. Like,
Dude.
I'm terrible.
Oh, look at all the legends out today. What
You
up,
think?
Toe? Army Sixes Mafia. What's up, fam?
5 years in, I'd have this shit. I said we, but it's totally me. I would have this shit under control, but no.
Shit. What's good, fam? Good to see everybody. Excited to be here. A lot of legends in the chat. Big Town, Brown, LaRock, Peter, dude, you're losing your fucking mind out there. I see you. Your work doesn't get unrecognized. I see you. What up, Stu? Sneak, Julian, what's good? And the Toe Army. Much love over there. Good to see everybody. Good morning. You guys ready to get better? What's good?
Yep. PSK Raider, welcome. I mean, Pray and put it perfectly, right? Toe having tech problems at the start of a stream. And other news, water is wet. I mean, yeah, really. I mean, I haven't had a good mute fail in a while. There used to be a thing where, like, you know, the mute fail was always happening.
Big Town Brown in the house. I ain't seen my man. You still in Cleveland, dude? What up, Carter? Legend in the house. You guys know the drill. If you are new here, a lot of regulars here as well. You know what time it is. Get your poker coachings in the chat. You're interested, throw poker coaching in the chat. We'll pick somebody from my stream, somebody from Toe's stream. You guys will compete in the upcoming quiz. The winner on my stream today, the first winner gets a 10 spot. So $10.
Oh shit! I might put my name. I might put my name in your chat.
Hey, I know you're trying to get me to go broke. One
Angling,
giveaway
$10
at a time.
Let's do it.
$10. Whatever you could do, $10 at a time to get me broke.
I got kids to feed. Put coach in the chat. The way this is going to work is I'm going to draw a winner in a couple of minutes, and Six is going to draw a winner also in a couple of minutes. Those two people will compete in one of these amazing, intellectual, high-level poker quizzes. Whoever gets the highest score between the two contestants wins $5 or $10. And there you go. Igons, what up? Welcome. Dennis, what's up, man? You must be traveling for work because I haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks. That always means you're like in London or something.
$10 to get you pretty far. They still got like $1.50 menus out there, right? You can go hard on those for a minute.
Yeah, I used to when I was a broke ass college kid. Used to
live
off the dollar. They had these packs of cookies at the gas station. Because, like, I already had to spend $3 for cigarettes. So then $1 for cookies, $2 for a Coke, and I was, like, set for the day.
Oh, shit. All right. We'll pick a winner here.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Monkey Bay Eye in the house for the army right away.
Always. Sheesh. Oh, shit. Is that D-Coop? Hell no. I got 11th or something.
Oh, no, Dennis. Dennis was traveling and got COVID as well. I'm sorry, buddy.
Jeez.
Been hanging out with Marlon.
Run good. The live heat. Peter TV. Live heat.
Oh, shit.
My God. GG.
Monkey Mayor, you're going up against a famous person.
GG. Yee, he's dead.
We didn't pick a quiz.
Shit, we didn't pick a quiz.
I
was just looking at some of the new content, but yeah.
New content outside of the quizzes or new quizzes?
No, I was just looking at the dashboard. I don't think we look at the dashboard too much and see what's out there. And when I see some Jaffe content, I think I'm gonna watch it. Like, I think I'm gonna try to watch.
I'm in there all the time, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But
I've been working through the master class. It's really good. I can't wait to finish it so I can get to the advanced class. But yeah, I've been working through the master class for a while. That shit is so intense.
Yeah,
it's great.
What up, Molten? Champ, what's up, Champ? Good to see you, buddy. Which one did you say you wanted to do, man?
I didn't. I guess we'll just start at 1903 and work our way up.
Wait a minute. How about let's just start with JL, please. I'm not ready for an out of position 10K weird spot that might tilt me to. I don't want to get tilted early. Not yet. Just dude, I don't want to play field poker just first thing in the morning. I don't know.
All right, 1880.
Yeah. 1880?
Yeah.
What is this? Wait a minute. I may have done I have not done that. Nice. 910-0. Thin value in the live tournament. So are you paying attention? All right, let's do it. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here we have the 10,
Hopefully the
9,
volume's good or
offsuit,
something.
pulls
Doesn't
around
fuck up.
to good, tight, aggressive, well-studied
One
player who
time.
raises it up. Cut off, recreational player calls. It's on me with 10-9 offsuit in the big blind. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 10,000, or re-raise to 16,000?
All right, 9-10 suited in the big blind. What the plan is?
Did you say suited? This is not a 4-color deck, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just glanced at it while I was 9-10 not suited. What's the plan?
Damn.
Would the plan change if you were suited? Bonus question.
Yeah, he just snapped it in there. I mean, before 3 seconds into the video, we have a call by Peter. Literally, snap call. He
Yeah,
flung
everyone's
the
got
shit in there instantly.
This part's not hard. This is an easy. This is the gimme.
Yeah, this is the gimme.
It'll get harder.
Yeah, ain't no way. There's no any other discussion. Anything else might be just lightweight griefing it. You
Absolutely.
don't block anything. You fold your knit. Any of these raised
I
options
actually
are dog
think
shit.
it's heavyweight griefing it. It's
Yeah,
not even lightweight.
punt. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just snap.
All right, let's do it.
I think calling is our only option here. This is a spot where I think a lot of people definitely under 3-bet. They just 3-bet all of their
you
best
can't
hands,
use
and you
it.
probably should 3-bet pretty linearly in this spot. But if you want to include some bluffs, I actually don't mind using just random big blocker hands like King 9 offsuit, Queen 10 offsuit, etc. I realize that may not be quite GTO, but I think that results in a decent amount of folds, and I have some good data from a lot of games that show that when you have a decent blocker, people overfold. So this is a situation where probably those are the hands I want to be bluffing and not such junky hands like this one. So we call, we see the flop. We are going to probably check every flop with this type of hand. I mean, I suppose if it comes like 8-7-6, you may want to bet. Or 10-9-3. The thing is on 10-9-3, they're going to have a lot of draws and they're both going to bet a lot, right? So there really aren't all that many boards you want to bet on with this type of hand. As your hand gets lower and lower, you're more likely to make random 2 pairs and your opponent's going to have nothing and they're going to check it through. So those are the spots you want to be leading. But typically when you have medium or big cards, well, like, 10-9 or higher, you really don't do a ton of leading. Jack 3-3, we will check and then fold. But it goes check, check, check. Okay. Turn is a 9 of diamonds. Okay. Should we check, bet 5,000, bet 10,000, or bet 15,000?
All right, got a little interesting here on the turn. What you guys doing?
Little multi-way. Who's stabbing? Who's just trying to get the showdown? And if you are stabbing, what size?
Lots of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of checking.
Still checking. Check, 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 call, check. This is a check. Everybody's checking. Home fist with the 10K. Checking. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Check call. $10K, we have all the 3x, so I'm going to bet big and rep that range. But do you need to? So you're turning your 9 into a bluff to rep a 3. It seems interesting.
Ronin,
Machine gun checking with the fit. And he's sick right now. Machine gun isn't feeling well.
He's feeling weak.
Yeah, that's why he's
have the
checking.
energy to go to the streets.
Yeah, he ain't got the energy to bomb it. Guys like myself and Machine Gun don't check here, yet we are all nitty and such. Hey, what's up, PSK Raider? Appreciate that follow. All right, cool. Nerf gun. Nerf gun. Not machine gun, Nerf gun now.
Nerf gun. I like it.
All right. All right, let's do it.
What are you doing?
So we're checking over here.
What are you doing?
You know, you can make a case. I feel like in this video, Jonathan may decide to bet small. Well, as the hijack may be uncapped and checking a lot of their Jack X and strong hands, you can also make a case for people in some of these tournaments, depending on the caliber or their play style, betting in the middle a lot with their top pairs and over pairs. Top pair for protection and value, over pair for value. I'm blocking the jack. So by checking here, you're just going to allow a lot of different overcards to realize equity. So I imagine 5K could be reasonable, and Jonathan would do that, but I would check here a lot. But I think 5K could be something interesting, honestly.
I too would check here, but I'm wondering if he wets here, to, like you said, to kind of like deny us some equity, you know, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you.
The problem is like a lot of the paint heavy hands, Queen 10, King 10.
All they're going to continue, right?
Yeah, they all picked up equity here, and they all have gutters, right? Or open ender.
Yep. But I probably always check in this spot. I'm just wondering if in the JL quiz, if JL quiz he'll ever go 5K for a little protection / value from the King Queens and some of the draws and such. So, you know, but We could also just be getting called by better than a hijack who just checks a lot of his jack X and overpair. So it's hard to say. Check here for me, check here for Peter, and
Check
let's
here
see.
for error one.
Yep, let's do it.
This is a situation where I think the
I was
default
wondering
play
if
is
you were
definitely
mixing
to
up, but
check.
definitely check for
If you
sure.
can look and make a read that both of your opponents are just kind of done with it, though, you probably want to put out a small bet and deny them equity. This is a scenario where in live poker, I've made bets plenty of times for a small size and just, you pick up the pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's good because usually when you pick up
Yes.
the pot, your opponent's had a random ace or a random king or a random queen or a random underpair, all of which have some outs that are going to spike on you 10 or 15 or 20% of the time. And if you can make them fold for a small bet, that's clearly great. And the nice thing about betting small, too, is that they will call with hands like pocket seven sometimes and pay you some small amount. So I think checking is fine. If I had to give one of these other plays a decent answer, it would be 5,000. You don't want to go 10,000 or 15,000 because then you start to represent a 3 or like ace-jack, and it's kind of hard to have a 3 or ace-jack. So I would just go small or check, and I would usually err towards checking. This time I go 5,000, though, and I think it's fine, especially if I have some sort of a live read that both my opponents are mostly done with it. Hijack calls. This is I mentioned good, strong, tight, aggressive player, but I mean, well-studied player is not going to be overfolding too much, so you might be calling with plenty of hands that I beat, so that's nice. River is the 4 spades. Should we check, bet 8,000, bet 16,000, or bet 24,000?
See, it's also a really sticky scenario when we do bet and get called, we get to this river spot where we got a tough decision to make. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, and I think he makes a interesting point about live poker. Like in a spot like this, when you can just tell, you can just auto deny equity or just from stuff they're done with and just bet. Like you can, I think it's reasonable. I had a feeling he was going to take the 5K line, dude.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
You've seen some of these multiple quizzes. He likes to.
Yeah, he likes to stab, deny equity, and we see him play. I mean, we watched him play the PCA a bunch. Like, he ain't scared to just fire. Like, he is not afraid. What are we doing, guys? You guys shook? What the hell?
Army going 8K across the board right now.
Now the tree is weird. I'm check calling. All right. Check.
Calling.
Him stabbing turn. Molten Ashes is check folding.
Whole army is going 8.
Hi-ya.
They think it's better to bet fold in the check call. Is 8K a blocker bet? It's kind of somewhere in the middle, right? Like, I guess technically if it was a blocker run-in, it'd be, a little bit smaller. Oh, no, wait. 8K is about almost a third. I'm sorry. I was looking at the 15 blinds.
33.
So 8K into 23 is about a third pot. So, yeah, it's a blocker.
Andre's bet folding. Okay. $8K and fold if he re-raised. Damn, man. Also, we leave his bluffs in when we get to check call. So we're seeing a lot of bet small and fold if he raise, or check and then bluff catch versus kind of an uncapped range if he's checking if he's good and checking a lot of jack X and overpair in the middle. But will he call turns and then feel compelled to turn some of these king high, queen high hands into bluffs when missed? So this is a very interesting spot. I could see cases for both. What are you thinking? Peter is check calling.
I mean, I just hate check calling in these spots. I hate it. I want to check and have him bet 20. Like, fuck. Right? So, like, I think I would block it here a lot. But if you tell me check, it probably can't be that bad. I'm just make my life easier by blocking.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially if he bets big, it's very polar, right? I mean, if he bets 20K, I don't think he's doing that with the 9X, so he's going to have overpair and a jack, and we don't block any diamonds. We don't, it does kind of suck to have a 10 because like we block hands like Queen 10, King 10 and stuff like that. So, I mean, having a 10 in my hand makes me want to block her a little bit more because it doesn't feel like as cool of a check call. Blocking some of his bluff outs, right?
Yeah, and as you mentioned too, he's the one player in this hand who still has Jack X, right? Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean
calling a polar bet gets shitty.
Yeah, I mean blocking some of his bluffs with having a 10, unblocking diamonds is kind of nice. If we had like if it was different, we had a 10 of diamonds and this 9, it's a fucking snap fold or bet small only. So yeah, I could see both lines, man. It's if you want to bet 8 and then fold, it's cool. I think I might just have to put myself in check call territory sometimes. But yep, let's do it. Check.
We are betting 8.
Ooh, I like this. Cool. We're gonna get to see both and both scores. Let's do it. Hey!
This is a very similar spot to the turn where
that
when
is-
I bet Andy
Because you have the
calls,
10, I think.
I'm actually
man. I
not
think
hating
the 10
it,
makes a big difference.
even though I have a relatively weak
How much is
hand.
check?
Because I think the opponent's going to
9.
be pretty capped at something like pocket 10s and worse, which I block. I also block the 9, so it's most likely the opponent
Yep.
has an underpair or ace high, right? So I probably have the best hand. So I think we should either check or bet small, and small is going to be something like 8,000. Maybe we could even go a little bit bigger and go like maybe 10,000 in this scenario. Typically in these spots, it's fine to have a smallish bet size when you're out of position. So I don't mind going small, and maybe even like really small is ideal. But I think 8,000 is pretty nice. I think we'll still get called by underpairs given a lot of draws missed. And you may even call with ace high given a lot of draws missed. So I like the small bet. We do go for the small bet. He calls, he pays, and we chop it up. Take a look at this. This player raised in the hijack seat.
Opening this
with
shit with this?
10,
Who
9
knows? And
offsuit.
10Ks.
Now, I'm looking this up on my phone right now
The fuck?
from the hijack
He
seat.
had to immediately go to his phone
And I gotta
check the
presume
range.
10-9 offsuit's a little bit loose. It is a little bit loose. It's not quite there. So what does that mean?
It's
what does that
open.
mean?
It's open from a
Why did
cutoff.
this player, who I think is
He's
generally
attacking you.
in line for the most part, but good strong GTO, why do you raise a 10-9?
Because he thinks you're weak
Well, I'll
in
tell
the big
you,
line.
a lot of the best players, especially from the later positions, raise a little bit wider than GTO recommends because people don't 3-bet enough and people do not fight hard enough post-flop. So here's a good example of a spot. We're in a high-stakes tournament. A good, strong, world-class player is raising a little bit wider, probably because they presume me and this recreational player here in the cutoff are not going to, well, maybe not me, but at least some of the players yet to act are not going to be quite as aggressive as they should. And if that's the case, you get to raise a little bit wider, and 10-9,
said.
one pip off playable, so that makes it playable. So kind of cool to see that this player made that adjustment, and we should probably be making more of those adjustments as well.
Awesome.
Did you guys swish it?
Yeah.
Yes. Peter says, "Congrats to the guy I played. I'm trash. That's dog shit. You're crazy as hell. You know
you
you're
got
beast.
all 10s and a 9, right?
That's as good as you can do. I mean, it's a flip on the end.
You
yeah.
got
It's just
fucking
like a
eked
flip.
out.
Yeah.
You know the army though. Like
right
the army's
now.
always gonna bet fold versus check call because it's the army. Like
Well done, dude.
all the mini me's out there.
Well done. It didn't actually cost you money this time, Cool. You want to pick a new keyword?
Let's do it.
You didn't actually grief a stack this time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you play poker tomorrow, it's gonna happen.
Bet fold. All one word.
Bet fold. What kind of nitty ass shit is that?
That's not nitty. You're betting. It's an aggressive action.
And then folding.
Well,
Yeah.
folding. Yeah. Well, that's not nitty. That's just.
It's not.
That's just
That's
smart.
poker.
Read the fucking room, man.
True.
All right. New quiz. You want to go cash?
Hell yeah, I want to play some cash.
Hell yeah. All right. So we got plenty of those. Let's do 1897 because it's a weird hand. It's not like.
Is it an Evan where we're gonna get some fun tags?
Yeah.
Hey, 3-4 clubs, 1-2 oh, and it's 1-2. Boo! I hate cash. Why?
Cash is fun.
See, we used to be like that.
It's a very
lately.
different life, and so you just have to put it in its container. All right, like you don't get all the roller coaster of emotions that you get in a tournament, but it's very peaceful and chill. And like, you go to work, you put in your hours, you can take a break, you can go have dinner with your family and come back. Like, that part's very nice.
Yeah,
Very, very nice.
cash is lit. Live cash is the best, but it's still
Pile
only
every
one
street,
table.
Marlon says. I mean, on some level, a lot of that is the strategy, with good hands for sure. Bet, and rebet.
All right, cool. We have our quiz. People are eligible, getting in there. You love to see it. And cool. I'm ready to draw whenever you are.
Paran Gaming, the weekly quizzer.
Every week.
It's always the same. Contrast, Paran, monkey,
Meatball.
meatball. Mixing a
Carter. Carter's in there a lot as well.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
He already knows the drill. All right, legend. You come to the study groups. Come on, represent the PC study group. You're ready.
All right, we got Team Toe in here. Let's do it.
Wait a minute. What number was it again? I boomed out.
1897.
Oh, is that 1897 through 4 clubs. All right, let's do it.
He's like, bro, I haven't won in like 4 weeks, but you won every other week for 4 years. Let's do it.
All right, we're going.
Hello, Poker Coaching members. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com, bringing you another cash game quiz. Today we're playing a little 1-2 no limit hold'em over at PokerStars, and we got a 4-3 suited in the big blind. We start with the fold from a big ball in red.
Big ball in red.
Very healthy stack. Canadian nickname player there, and a min raise from a player who had his name and his partner's name in his name with a less than 100 big blind stacks, so you can gather whatever information you want from that. Min raises the button. Mr. Good Game folds, and it's over to us in the big blind with 4-3 of clubs. What should we do? Should we fold, call, 3-bet to $10, or 3-bet to $16?
Just a nitty ass guy sitting with his wife. He doesn't even top up. 3-bet his ass, Seabass.
Who's 3-betting his ass, Seabass? Who's doing it?
Lots of calls in my chat. They didn't fall for it. They didn't fall for suggestion.
What are you guys doing? Let's see.
Doris calling. Everybody calling. Marlon, not calling.
3-bet. Deku going to 10. 2.5 in cash. So 3-bet to 16. 3-bet to 16. 3-bet all
Super
day.
system.
What
Not
the
calling.
hell? No 3-bet here, lags. These cats are wild, bro.
Especially with his wife sitting behind him. Marlon. The disrespect.
There would be probably you probably incite some pretty spiteful shit.
Fuck you and your wife. Like,
just so disrespectful. Holy shit. All right.
oh,
Carter, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Carter is just calling.
Joey, you can't fucking fold. You got a suited connector here for a min raise. You can't fold. You cannot fold any suited cards here. Nah.
Stop betting.
Nah.
Stop raising, honey. You don't have anything.
Funny
All
side
right, we're
tangent. You
calling.
just reminded me of the funniest thing. First time I ever played live in a casino. Shout out to Pachanga in Temecula, California. Went
Yeah, I
there
played
and I'm
there.
sitting in the cash game, right? And there's a guy here, he's flashy and he's like showing one card and then slow rolling people and he's got a big stack of chips, whatever. And the very first hand I'm in the big blind, I flop 2 pair and the flashy guy bets me and I'm going to raise and I see my own hand shaking and I can hear my wife in my ear. Why are you always going all in? You always go all in all the
Oh my
time.
God.
So like he just gave me the super flashback with that comment to like 20 years ago. Oh, that was funny.
Damn, Heidi was giving you that business about like she was giving
Yeah,
you
before I was
the-
winning. Yeah. Like, before I was good.
Uh,
Oh, that's funny.
let's do it.
We
We're
are
snap
tighter
calling.
in cash, MTT Hero for sure, but the suited cards still lie true most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be folding some suited deuces, dude.
The
You're
bottom
not defending
suited.
every-
Yeah. But like a lot of it holds true.
Suited 3s are folded, like a fucking offsuit 8, 6, 7 to 8. It's pretty
Well,
rough.
not offsuit. I'm talking about suited particularly. All right,
I know
let's do it.
offsuit
We're
8s
calling.
are folding.
We're all calling. Most of us are
Snap call. Oh, no 3-bets.
We call.
No for me.
In this spot, the easiest thing to do is to head on over to the cash game pre-flop charts
Never
available
folding.
in your
see a lot of
Poker
the suited
Coaching
stuff.
members area under the tools section, and just take a look at 4-3 suited and see where it falls. We can see that in this case, 4-3 suited is a call 100% of the time, and this is against a larger raise size as well. So when we get into a min raise, as opposed to a 2.5x or a 3x, the defending range is actually going to be even wider, perhaps containing some of the weaker offsuit connectors, some of the weaker aces, maybe even reaching down to the 8x offsuit, and some more suited hands as well. So this is an easy call with 4-3 suited, and there is no reason to 3-bet with this hand. Also, too strong of a hand to be folding for a price this good. And this is a type of player who is probably on the recreational end of the spectrum, and therefore we want to be playing more hands against them rather than fewer hands. We definitely want to continue in this hand. Calling is going to be best. Occasionally, if you wanted to, you could mix in some 3-bets, but there are probably better candidate hands to do that with than 4-3 suited. So we are going to call, take a flop, and it is King of Hearts, 7 of spades, 5 of clubs, giving us a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw, a couple undercards as well. We check to the pre-flop raiser, who bets 3.5 into a pot of 6. So what should we do now? Should we fold, call, raise to 7.5, or check raise to 12?
What do you guys want to do? Who's check raising?
Beats and Cyrus calling. Contrast calling. Dennis calling.
Who said Andre's folding? Colin Bing. Sneak is folding as well.
Doris calling. Oh, there it is. Ronan raising 7.5.
There it is. Get his ass. 2.25x. Okay. Carter's calling. Just calling.
Machine gun going 12.
We see some folding.
Pran says, calling here. I would like to check raise with more front doors and not backdoor gut shot.
More front door. Okay.
Cyrus says he's got all the kings in his range. Joey going 12.
Joey going 12. There's a check raise. So we have a 7.5, a 12, mostly calling and some folds. And Carter's calling. What are you guys doing over there?
Calling.
Toe?
Super conflicted.
Between what?
12 and call.
Oh, okay.
You
can't
not folding a gut shot with a backdoor flush draw ever.
Impossible.
I feel like I would mix here if I'm really honest.
Yeah, I think you're check raising. You can never use this 7.5. I like.
No, you have to go 12, right? You have to go 4x. You're out of position, and like this guy's going to c-bet range on this board, right? So
even for that size,
I think I'm kind of leaning 12 right now against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think standard line is I would just call. Mostly, probably if I'm using a randomizer, I might be check raising. I don't know, 25, like less frequently. But yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna check raise, it'd be like 12. But yeah, I would mix in some check raise. We have a lot of other candidates that would be pretty good for check raising. But I would call.
Yeah, maybe something like 8-9 is better.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what? Now I'm thinking about this too. Maybe 8-9 is like a better check raise because we have overs to the 7. That might be.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like that candidate a little bit more, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
8-9 of clubs. But yeah, we probably have a lot of other stuff we're mixing now. I'm sorry.
We're calling. Let's do it.
We're calling as well.
Let's do it.
My bad.
Now, this is a spot where we have a few options and we have a few things going on for us. If you're thinking about folding here, I think that's a little bit too tight.
Yeah,
we have flopped
fold.
some really solid equity here with a gut shot that if we see both the turn and the river, we're going to improve to that hand about 20% of the time. And most of the times that we make that hand, it's going to be the best hand. We're not drawing to the nuts. We do want to be a tiny bit wary if a 6 rolls off against a hand like 8-9. But most of the hands we're up against, we're going to have the best of it. Against some of them, we have nice implied odds because hands like 7-6, 5-6 can make 2 pair. King Queen, King Jack isn't going anywhere. And against the other parts of the range where we don't have implied odds, being the hands that our opponent is firing a continuation bet with, maybe ace highs, Queen Jack, backdoor flush draws, things of that nature. When they've missed and we call the flop, there's a good chance that if they don't improve, this pot's going to go check on the turn. And we're going to have the opportunity to then bluff with our hand on the river when our opponent shows weakness. So we can both take this pot away against the weaker part of his range when our opponent shuts down. And we have implied odds against the stronger part of our opponent's range when we do make our hand. In that case, if our opponent continues firing on the turn and we haven't improved, it's just going to be an easy fold for us. So with all that going on, calling is typically the best play here. By checking the solver, it's going to be calling here a majority of the time. Now, that being said, I also kind of like a check raise in this spot, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, King 7-5 with the 1 high card and 2 low cards is a board that our opponent is going to be betting with the majority of their range. In fact, in some cases, our opponent is going to be betting 100% of their range, and he's raising from the button, which means he has a wide range, which means he has a lot of hands that are betting that don't really have much going on this board. And those hands are going to feel a lot of pressure if we hit him with a check raise. So the question is, if we do check raise, what sizing is it going to be? I think that 7.5 is a little bit too small. We're giving him an extremely good price to continue, and he's going to be in position, and we're only going to be improving on the turn to a straight 10% of the time, picking up that backdoor flush draw another about 20% of the time. So 30% of the time we do improve, but we only improve to the effective nuts 10% of the time. So we want to have a bit more fold equity with our check raise, which is why if check raising, I prefer going for a larger sizing. We want to pick a size that's going to get our opponent to fold his ace highs, his weaker backdoor flush draws, backdoor straight draws that do have 2 live overcards against us and also are the best hand. One of the reasons that check raising with this hand is nice is that we know with 4 high we don't have the best hand, so any hand that we can get to fold is a hand that was a favorite against us. So in game, I chose to go with the check raise to 12, but I will say from reviewing with the solver that the preferred play is to just check call with everything that we have going on with this hand. So either one you chose, great choice. Our opponent decides to call, and the turn is the 3 of hearts. Now, action back on us. What should we do? Should we check, bet 11, bet 22, or bet 33?
What do you guys want to do? We picked up equity, pair gut shot, 11. Hitter's going 11.
I love this hand. It was
it's
funky,
really good.
funky from the flop, got weird on the turn. This is fun. 9 outs, betting 11.
Jam Rivers and lose my mind.
22 for Doris.
My mind.
Cyrus checking. Does anybody got 33? Do I hear 33? And then we got all answers.
Where are we going 11 here? Spirits checking. A ton of 11s.
Machine gun checking. 9 outs, 11. Doris 22.
Machine
Cyrus checking.
gun
Dennis
checking.
22. Stupid 11. Beats 11. Husky, first time chatter. Welcome, buddy. 22.
Bet and Jam River lose and tell him to go buy his wife something nice. Oh, shit.
Joey Torn, team checking in 22. Contrast going 11.
What size you guys
Outsider.
going, or if you're
What's up, boss? How you doing, brother? Checking.
outsiders?
Praying gaming, all loosey-goosey eating a sandwich right now. And says 11. He's
Cool. We're going to the slow check. Take your time to check. Oh, that's so funny. All right, cool. Peter's going 11 here.
And so is,
Most people are going 11.
So is Praying. I got a mix,
Carter-
a nice little mix.
Oh no, not Peter. Carter's going 22. I'm sorry. Carter's going 22. I know. I said that and then I thought about it. I'm sorry. I caught it like in a second. Boomtown. Cool. We're going 22 over here.
We are
you
going
doing?
11.
You want to go first?
I
Or-
am checking probably.
Never ever in 1 million years checking his hand. Ever.
Really? I mean, I just
Never.
think like we check raise this guy, we hit him with our little shot here, bop, and he's still here. It makes him pretty damn king heavy.
Never.
He doesn't. There's
fucking
no draws on this board.
4-6 got there. 7-5 got there.
I don't know if this
Yeah,
guy's opening 4-6 on the button.
no, but I'm saying we have 4-6 in our range.
Oh, sure, but we also have showdown value now.
And now,
And
no, we don't.
equity.
He's not gonna check. He's not. I'm never checking.
Okay.
I can't imagine.
Fair enough.
For me, I'm team bet. I think 11 would be some tournament shit, but studying cash,
I don't think you
I
can go
am.
11 here.
Nah, 11's too small. 11's some cash game shit when we're this deep. We go big. We have sets. We have 2 pair. We have a straight. We can make 2 pairs straight. We pick up equity. Dude, I am never checking when we pick up equity. If it was a complete brick where we don't pick up any equity at all, yeah, I think we fucking just check, give up. But
That's
when we
stupid
pick
system.
up something, we know from the solver, like even in tournaments, when you pick up equity, you get to keep firing, and every time you don't, you don't.
Usually, it's not that true when you pick up a pair though, because now you have showdown value a lot.
No, but we have a pair and a straight draw. It's in this pair doesn't have showdown. I'm never checking.
Stupid system says, "What about 8-8?" Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was waiting for sixes to finish his thought because it was
No, it's cool.
because it was a good one. But like if he's got 8-8, betting here is great, right? Because 8-8 starts to fold, right?
Yeah, I mean he's not only king heavy. He has a lot of other hands that needs to meet MDF with that as well. So I'm just never. I'm never ever checking. I think you get a bet. I like Carter's size as well. I like 22. I think 33 and being extremely polar is too big. I think half pot or 75% is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them up. I mean, we cash games. You gotta put pressure on people, like, and then we get to win even bigger pot when we get there. So let's do it. 22 for me as well.
11 for praying. Let's do it.
Please don't check. I have no idea. Please.
Now, even though our opponent has called our
I
check
made
raise
mine
on the
to
flop,
forever.
that doesn't
Fucking
mean
go.
that they're only holding a king or better or a two pair or a set. There are going to be weaker hands that our opponent is calling. They're probably going to bet call one with 7x, 7-6, 5-4, ace-5, things of that nature to see if we're actually going to follow through. And my intention when check raising on this flop was basically to continue anytime that I improve. So if we turn a 6, we're obviously betting for value.
Yep, anytime
but
you
if
improve.
we turn a 3 or a 4, where we pick up 5 more outs to be able to make the best hand against top pair because we can make trips or because we can make 2 pair in addition to making our straight. Those are cards that I like to continue betting on because we have more outs to make the best hand. Therefore, we have more equity in the pot against that 1 pair portion of our opponent's range. Likewise, if we had turned a club here, or a deuce here,
that's easier.
Or an ace here, where we can pick up another gut shot to go with our gut shot, giving us an open ender, or we can pick up a flush draw, which gives us even more outs. That gives us a lot of good cards that can come on the river, and lots of good reason to continue betting. So I did verify with the solver that when we catch a 3 or a 4, that is a strong enough card.
Look at
for us
Evan,
to
all getting
continue betting.
solvers.
So the question is,
He didn't
what
used to be in
sizing
this
do we
world. I
want
love
to do?
it.
We don't want to be checking here and being in a strange
I might have
position
did
where we're check calling depending on the price, but we don't have fold equity anymore. With a hand that has some outs but isn't necessarily guaranteed to be best, we want to be maintaining our fold equity against a hand like a pair of 7s, a pair of 5s, or just some random backdoor draw that decided to check to bet call the flop to see if we'd continue. So to maintain that fold equity, we're going to want to bet on the larger size. We don't have to go as large as full pot. We can get pretty much the same hands, those 7x's, those 5x's, those drawing hands, 8-9's probably going to be folding here to a bet unless it's 8-9 of hearts. For 22, the same as it would for 33. I think 11 is not going to get as many folds as 22. It's giving our opponent a good price. The one thing that's nice about betting 11 is we are pricing ourselves in with our draw, but we don't have the same fold equity. And I think with this particular hand, we would prefer to have more fold equity than less fold equity. So 22 is going to be the sweet spot in terms of bet sizing to target those middle parts of our opponent's range, because I don't think our opponent is going to fold a king anyway on this turn. So we might as well bet 22 instead of 33, save the 11 against that portion of the range, and get the same amount of folds from the rest of the range by going with the medium sizing here. So we bet 22. Our opponent calls again. And I got our opponent's call again in fantasy. In game, our opponent actually folded to the bet here. So congratulations. In game, you won the pot. But for the sake of the quiz, we're going to do a little fantasy poker and take this one to 5th Street, which is the ace of hearts. Now action on you. 77 in the middle. What should you do? Should you check, give up, bet 33, bet 66, or go all in for, note the stack size, 92?
And the backdoor hearts get.
I know what I'm doing.
And he called the turn, dude. Now it's hard. So what happens when the board runs down? You have nothing, and he has King X. You're dead. Yee. I hate this. Molten Acid says, GG, rip it. Buy in.
Everybody jamming except for 9 outs.
Damn, everybody jamming.
Everybody jamming. And Monkey May I checking. Dennis checking. There you go.
That's why I don't play cash.
We're in the spot in tournaments too a lot.
Yeah, in tournaments they actually only have it. So you're like they get here and they fantasy poker, easy jam. Money doesn't matter in fantasy world.
That's funny. Outside of that comment reminds me of like those. Like, I played it like I had aces. How could he call? What a bad call. I ripped aces.
I don't know yet. Let me think. Yeah, think about the action. Think about ranges and play. Yeah, take your time.
Cyrus is open folding.
This is insanity. So half the people, more than half, jamming.
Most
what are people
jamming
doing?
and a decent amount of checking.
He skates stuck. I don't know about the jam with the showdown, but I think we have to turn bottom pairs into bluffs. But I don't know here. You jam, that hurts me. No, when you jam, he calls. It doesn't hurt because you're rolled for this game and you just snap, auto, top up, rebuy and keep playing poker. We're not playing in games where it hurts too bad, right?
Bet 33 says Ronan, try to make
You
it
can
look like
walk
I want to
away.
call. Hope he overthinks himself and folds.
So what size you raising, Maggie? All right, cool. We ready? Oh, Carter's, we're still waiting on Carter. Come on, Cletus.
Into the window, you have that backwards. It says cat jamming with your money, but not so much with theirs. It's got it backwards. Jamming with their money, but not so much with ours.
Skates betting 66, all in for Carter's all in.
Why does it matter if we bet 33.66 or jam? I mean, it's a pot odds.
You want to
thing,
block?
right?
You want to bet?
Definitely
it's
matters.
A lot of different things. Yeah.
Oh, I guess not. 33. No. I think that's $33, not blinds. Way to cheese.
Yep. All right, cool. You ready? Carter's all in.
So is praying.
Juju.
Yeah,
Follow through.
Snapchat. It's like the best card ever, right? Like that's the card. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't think he has ace king in this spot. I think he finds ways to just get the money in before we get to this point with a lot of ace king and stuff like that. We're folding out ace 7, ace 5 type 2 pairs on the turn with our bet. Dude, we have represented 6-4s, 2 pairs, sets. We blocked the straight. GG.
And this guy should have like very little ace X at this point. Right?
Yeah, I don't know how many ace X get here outside of just literally ace king that like didn't like raise at any. I don't know, dude. It's just unlikely he hits any of the 2 pair. We still are uncapped to having like 2-4, 4-6, 7-5,
Yep.
king 5, king 7,
Ace 7,
king
ace 3,
3.
ace 5.
Yeah, ace 3, ace 5, ace 7 in some frequencies if we were like to use second pair as a check raise on the flop and somehow follow through. I don't know, but I give the man your money. You're not going to show down and win, and we could still rep pretty strong. And if he did have some king 10, king X hand, he's in hell. You put literally a lot of king X in hell here, and it's definitely folding.
Could have been the flush for sure, Doris, but it's backdoor, so we can discount it slightly. Okay. Cool. We're jamming. Let's do it.
Because the difference is, Maggie, I think we fold out with the double barrel outside, like ace 7 and ace 3 when we double barrel big on the turn.
Yeah,
after check raising
flop,
call.
bet turn.
Yeah, we lose a lot of
Ace 7,
I think we
ace
lose
5.
a lot. So yeah, those hands are likely just going to be needing to fold to a check raise double barrel. But let's see. All in.
Yep, let's do it.
Whew.
And this is where things, again, get really fun because we have to think about what does the majority of our opponent's range look like when they bet the flop, call a raise, and then call the turn. And can we get those cards, those hands to fold? Well, most of our opponent's range is going to be made up of 1 pair hands, pair of kings with a good kicker. At this point, if they've called the turn. They also are going to have some backdoor flush draws, but we can also have the backdoor flush draws as well. So that's kind of a wash right there. So against hands like king queen, king jack, king 10, that can't have the flush with them, by the way, because the king is a heart.
Mm-hmm.
On this river, we can probably get those hands to fold for the right sizing. Now, that being said, on most rivers, we would not be able to get a pair of kings to fold. Maybe on a 6 river, but we don't really want to fold there. We want value. Maybe on a 4 river, but again, we don't want to fold there. We want value. So we may bet on the smaller side there. But on an 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, deuce, board pair, those hands are not folding. Board pair, maybe. But on the ace of hearts river, where our backdoor flush draws that we were making a play with, the same as we had backdoor flush draw with clubs, we can represent those hands. And it's just a scare card against that pair of kings, because now we could have made 2 pairs and we're just representing a very strong hand. So against that portion of our opponent's range, pair of kings on this particular river, I think that it is best for us to follow through with this weaker part of our range and continue semi-bluffing, which at this point we're now basically pure bluffing, to get a pair of kings to fold and a 7 and a 5 if they stuck around with 7, 6, 5, 6 because they picked up a gut shot on the turn. But if we're going to bet, we got to bet all the way. We can't just halfway it here. So the play is to bet on the large side, preferably all in. And in Fantasyland, and also in reality, if our opponent held this particular hand, I think we're going to see hands like King, Queen, and King, Jack making the fold here.
God, is that...
Because they don't want to call off on this river.
Oh, this is hypothetical.
Where suddenly they're behind a lot of our range. Now, if our opponent has a set of 7s, if our opponent has a set of 5s, if our opponent has 6-4 suited, which we do block, but there are still many combinations of it remaining, we are going to be doubling our opponent up here. But if you look at the combos and you think about how many sets of 7s there are, 3, and how many sets of 5s there are, 3, for a total of 6, compared to how many one pair King X hands there are, with your King Queens being 12 and your King Jacks being another 12 and your King 10s being another 12. There are so many more combinations of one pair hands than there are sets, that if you break down your opponent's entire range, you're going to see you're going to get a lot more folds here than you are going to get calls here. And that makes it worth it to follow through with the bluff on this particular river. But we don't just blindly check raise and bet when we improve on the turn, but don't improve on the river. The quality of the river card is very important for us to consider and to look at how it affects our opponent's range before we decide if we want to follow through. We can't just blindly be throwing good money after bad. Anyway, that is going to wrap up this quiz. I had a lot of fun with this hand, and I had a lot of fun enjoying and adding that little fantasy part to the end. I hope you got a lot of value from that. This has been Evan Jarvis for Pokercoachgin.com. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one.
A couple of comments, 9 outs. This guy's going to spare R1. He's definitely going to want to fold this. We check raise flop, bet turn, jam river. Like he said, King 10, King Jack, King Queen. Fucking hell, and should be folding.
A lot of one pair hands are just in hell,
should
man.
easily be folding. The fact that he made this spot up doesn't really matter. We're in this spot a lot. So while this didn't happen in game, we're in this spot a lot. So it is a real question for sure.
It's good. It's worth our time to listen. Yeah, it's good.
If you're in a tournament in a similar situation, this all still applies. This is definitely the best jam card. We wouldn't jam like a king, a queen, a jack, a 10 on the river, but this card is a great jam, tournament or cash.
Wait a minute. What would happen if he calls and we lose? We just continue to play. Hell yeah, we continue to play the same. We just top up and play the game. The game isn't there. Yeah, it's we just keep grinding.
The outcome isn't real. This is a similar outcome you're going to get into in a lot.
Yeah, we're going to play 20, 30 tournaments tomorrow. I'm going to fucking bust 20, 30 tournaments tomorrow.
2,000 cash hands.
Fine. It is what it is. And those cash hands, you're going to get stacked sometimes and need to dust yourself off and win another big pot. It just never ends. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never ends.
You win it more.
Reach in your fanny pack.
Matters.
Grab another wad, 10K wad, and rebuy.
Exactly cool. Right, Beats. It's not about the outcome. It's about the process.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You got another keyword? I'm gonna have to make you in charge of the keywords because apparently I've been muzzled. Oh, I'll do it. Fuck it. Cat Jam!
So unoriginal.
No, it's so good. I just love to see it in chat. Oh, fuck originality when Cat Jam's involved.
Don't be mean.
Lowercase cat, uppercase J.
There's no reason for that comment. Cyrus. See, that's a good fucking keyword there. Contrast.
Nah, look at the chat banging. Let's get it. It's Saturday morning. We've all had a little bit of caffeine, I hope. We're here studying poker, doing what we love, jamming out, getting better with PC. Let's go. Oh, we got a 40. We got perfect on that. We ran good.
We got
won.
Griefed by the bet size on the turn. Otherwise,
Carter.
it was really good, Prem.
That was a 10 spot you won, my friend. Damn. Congrats, my man. I'm sorry. We just got distracted. Carter with the dub, the perfect swish as well. So hit me up, man. Just shoot me that whisper, and sometime between now and 7 days, you know I got you. Cool. We got the cat jams in chat. Everybody's doing their thing, getting in there. We're picking a quiz. Let me see. We can do. Hold on. Let me see. We have some gaps down here. We're going to do another cat.
Hey, outsider, my man. Thanks for the love and the 45 months. I appreciate you, homie.
Let's go ahead. We can do this JL Ace Queen 1905. So we're just jumping around.
5.
Marginal hand. So I size down. I like to think right in the MTT land. Take that $10 and go get your kid some food. What's wrong with you?
Keo checking in the dark because he knows JL. That's funny.
All right, cool. I am ready to roll it whenever you are.
Yep. Cyrus in the house. Let's do it, buddy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's all good, Snake. It's a friendly community. You're all good, man. There's no malice in that comment, but it is Skater Die in the house. PC's finest.
PC's finest. Oh shit, Cyrus.
My man. Oh, we got who? You got Cyrus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cyrus in the house. Good to see you, Cyrus. Good luck, buddy. And Skate, you already know the drill. Get in there. And let's do this quiz.
Yep.
Cyrus the
Here we
virus.
have the ace queen offsuit. We raise it up. Only the big blind, good, strong, tight, aggressive player calls. Flop comes 986. Big blind checks. Should we check, bet 12,000, bet 32,000, or bet 52,000?
Fun flop. Fun flop.
In the spirit of the game, don't say anything if you've already done this quiz. What a flop. Bingo, bango, bongo.
One check.
Do
And
everything.
a bunch of
I
mix
say.
between 12 and 32. Keo sticking with the check.
Open muck.
12K for Cyrus.
Dude,
This is
I swear to
attorney,
God.
outsider.
If you were playing this shit online and you see this, you just know you fucking lost a hand.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's like- I
it's a
swear to
tough
God,
one.
when I play this shit, it feels like I've lost this hand on the flop. Hand 13. So it's early in this tournament, huh? Flop too good for a big bet. Full go next.
Oh, check's starting to come in more now.
You just look at your stack and you just see, it's like, well, I'm down 2 bigs from whatever I opened, and we're gonna play this new effective stack now.
We're gonna play this new effective stack.
Yeah, these chips are gone. Whatever's happened here is dead. Okay, we got a new stack to play, boys. Not losing anymore. This is the new stack. Oh shit, Sid Habs in the chat, the legend. My study friend. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for that follow. You love to see it. Size up on the spot and go like 32Ks. Shit. All right, what are you doing here? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Skate or die. are you doing here, man?
12K for Cyrus.
So mostly check. So he's checking. No diamond. Not going to be a mini barrel opportunity. So he's checking. And 12K for Cyrus?
Yes.
Cool. Toe?
I wanted you to go first. I hate this board. In the low jack, we don't have a ton of 9x. We have like no 8x and no 6x. So I check this a lot.
It feels bad, doesn't it? Like, you don't have 10-7 off, do you?
No.
I mean, you don't even have 10.
I don't have king 9 off. I don't have
some
queen
people
9,
mix 10-7 suited in their opening range, right? Like,
and you have the suited combos, but you have none of the offsuit combos.
Yeah, this board sucks. Peters is going 52K. Big and infrequent. If we are betting this board, does this feel like a small infrequent board on 986 two-tone versus big blinds range? Or would it be bigger with some of your range and infrequently? We have 6x, 9x, 8x, and overpair. We don't have offsuit 6x.
Mm-hmm.
The low jack's probably not opening suited sixes. The hijack, get your ass in there, right? With some suited sixes. So I don't know, man. Let's check. I'm with Skate. Hey, what up? Miles. Thank you for that follow.
Cyrus.
Elliot Miles. Thank you. Cool. We have pocket sixes, true.
I don't know if this is a board we ever have the small bet. Like, this board is so coordinated. Like, when we do bet,
Big
it feels like we've been chunky.
And frequently.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. We're going check.
12.
Please. Yes. I mean, dude.
The boards that are very middle and connected are especially terrible for me. So this is a spot where I think our only actual good option is to just check it behind. Maybe we could go for a bet in this scenario. If we do, we probably want to go small just to try to make our opponent fold out whatever junk that they possibly have in their range. But this is a scenario where the vast majority of the time we are going to be against some sort of pair or some sort of a draw that just isn't going to fold. So check it back and go from there. You're going to want to be betting on these types of flops, 986, etc. Very polarized with just good, strong made hands that are happy putting a lot of money in, and premium draws and junky draws. And that is not what we have here. Turns at 10, and then the opponent goes...
Nope.
Tiny. Should we fold, call, raise to 24,000, or raise to 48,000?
Damn. And more crappy. Nobody's scared of the army, though. Hey, everybody calling. Monkey Mag calling and particularly looking at him funny.
It's 55% on the flop. I don't know, man. I think you could check this flop a lot. Good players are going to make your lives hell.
Yep.
I just think, and then the bad players are just not going to ever fold. Like,
and we just discussed, like, you're never
6,
hitting
7,
this board,
7, 8,
so you're
9, 7, Jack 10, dude. It's infinite diamond draws, dude. There's infinite.
Yeah, we're ripping Jack 10 and overpair when we bet here, right? Like, or not even that. Like,
what up, Bravo Mike? If answers anything but call here, I quit tournament poker. Yeet yee. I don't think we can come this. We can.
Whole army calling except for Dennis. He's on Fold Island by himself.
Maggie is folding. Everybody's what?
I said Dennis was on Fold Island by himself. It looks like he found a partner.
All right, Scared or Die is calling.
Husky is savage. 95% call, 5% raise.
Damn, savage in this bitch. Fold to this size. I'm on my phone. Dude, what are you doing? What's your option here, Smokey? You're just saying things now. I'm confused. I think you want a diamond to bet this. I don't know. One clubs. I guess you could mix. I would just never go 12K on this board, dude. I'd call. All right, cool. He's calling. I'll go first. You can't fold to this price. You get, it meets MDF with 2 overs and a gut shot for fucking 8K and a 40. And the 8K and a 48, it's snap call. It's the price is too good. Not raising because he has more 7X in his range. It's a snap call. That's it, right? I mean,
Oh, I
MDF,
missed it. Beats is, said he was going 48 with this. So fuck this guy.
Oh,
This spot
damn, you guys are
sucks.
fucking good as hell at the game.
This spot
How good are you guys? How tough at the game are you guys? Holy shit. I would have never. But yeah, I mean, the ace queen has, I mean, maybe using king queen more than ace queen. Maybe I like that better with king queen, but
either one of those.
No, yeah, 7x.
I've been using
don't
like
know.
7x here. And, Queen Jack. I've been using Queen Jack here.
What's this, 20% of the pot?
I mean, I'll be honest here. I'm overfolding. This guy has all of this.
You cannot fold.
We have none of it.
It's actually impossible to fold.
Easy fold.
No, I mean, mathematically, it's getting more than the right
You
price.
just got to get used to playing your new effective stack size.
No, I mean, but nah, we don't want to. I don't want to be out here like having you guys make mistakes. Don't listen to this, man.
Bye, AK.
Yeah, but you're meeting MDF. Don't.
You could have given this than I do, but his wife. You didn't have to give it to this guy.
I like raising some. Like I like raising better than folding. I would never call or raise. And if you are raising, I guess you got to pot this bitch. I'm feeling nitty today. Fold, right? Dude, Skate, what are you doing? You said call. Let's do it.
Bye, AK. Said what up? Thank you for the follow. I forgot to say that, I think. All right, we are calling. Cyrus calling.
Never folded.
Did you click it? Did you click it?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
If we were facing any sort of
Only call.
normal bet, we would have definitely folded, even with a gut shot, even with 2 overcards, because we are going to be in very bad shape against the 7 every once in a while. But when the opponent bets literally minimum, I don't really see how we can fold. We have the worst hand most of the time.
I guess I didn't realize.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like we're loving it here. But we are going to spike a jack sometimes. 1 in 10 times. Notice here we're getting, well, we have to put in 8 to win 64. So we're getting 8 to 1 implied odds, or 8 to 1 pot odds immediately. Plus we may get paid whenever the jack comes. So we can't really go about folding. And, sometimes the ace high is actually good. Sometimes if we spike an ace or a queen, it's good. And the opponent will not bet and put us in a bad spot. So all of that combined, this is a spot we cannot fold. The question is, should we raise? And I think the answer is definitely not, because if you think about my low jack raising range, it contains almost no 7s. And if I did have a 7, like ace 7 suited, I probably would have betted on the flop. So I have almost no 7s in my range, and my opponent has some. So this is a spot where I think calling is our only good option. If we are going to raise, I think we want to go pretty big to put our opponent's non-7s in a bad spot. And I think when the opponent does bet small, they will have a lot of non-7s. But if the opponent is good, as I think they are, they will have some 7s as well. So we call. River's the ace. And the opponent checks. Should we check? Bet 12,000. Bet 32,000.
And it's a diamond.
Or bet 64,000.
Exhale. Yay! Dude, I mean, what are we doing here, guys? Who wants to reopen the action? How greedy can we get here? How greedy are you? Here it comes. Come on, greed. How greedy? Can we just get called by a one pair hand when we open this river again on this board? Anybody? Nobody? We don't get called by worse. Almost always check, Skate says. We can't see the bet side. I'm griefing it. Fuck. I'm sorry. There. My God. There is no overbet. There is a pot that bitch though. You can see the options now. What size, Sneak? 12K, LaRock says. 12K for Sneak. Pete is checking, and we're checking over here. Skate's checking.
Pastor, welcome to the stream. I was running
Pot that bitch.
Outsider checking, check. Extra Axel checking, Ronan checking. Doris going nutso, 64K, says F this guy. Check. We have showdown, 24K per seb.
For value, you're trying to fold out
Cyrus.
to pair. Ooh.
Cyrus is checking.
Cyrus is checking and Skate is checking as well.
Ooh.
And Toe, you reopening the action here?
No. This is a 4-liner, straight 3 flush board. Like, if I bet, can I get called by a single paired hand on this board? Like, I don't know that we can. So I would probably just check it and say fuck it.
I'm never, ever betting here.
Yeah.
We don't block. We don't have a diamond blocker. Dude, we're literally gonna fold out like a 9x, and I don't want to reopen the action again for what, 12K? It's not enough to reopen the action. I'm not reopening. I'm not betting shit. Snap check. Yeah, that's it.
Solver agrees.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, is it betting? Is it ever betting even with the diamond? Ever with the queen of
diamonds, it is 50-50.
Ooh, I like that. Because I think you need a diamond to bet.
You need the queen specifically of diamond. Oh, you can't have the ace.
Yeah. You can't have the ace of diamonds, ace of, yeah. But it's not even, and what size does it go when it bets?
80%.
Big. Hey, Sneak, thank you for that follow, man. Appreciate that. Nice having you in here. But yeah, the solver would go big, 80% pot, but snap check here. Everybody's checking mostly. Let's do it.
Oh, wait, we didn't. Oh, we did check, yes.
No, I'm sorry. I snap check. I clicked it.
We have the best hand
Please.
when it checks down. But whenever we bet and get called, I'm not so sure we actually have the best hand because I'm not convinced the opponent's going to check and then call with a hand like a 10 or a 9 or an 8, which I think is going to be a lot of their turn range. Maybe there's some world where we could go for a tiny bet. The problem with a tiny bet is it reopens the action. And it's really, really bad to reopen the action when the opponent may decide to turn a hand like bottom or middle pair into a bluff. So the easy play here is to check. Maybe there's some merit in putting in a bet if you think your opponent will literally never bluff you. The thing is, though, is that whenever you're playing against good, strong, battling opponents, they will sporadically bluff you. And for that reason, I think we have just a very, very, very easy check behind. Because if we bet, we're going to have a hard time getting called by worse. Check, check. We beat the 8-5. Good. You may be surprised to see the opponent's tiny turn bet with the 8-5 and then check the river. But if you think about
You should.
their spot on the turn, from a GTO point of view, they should be betting very frequently and small. And if I had to guess, they're probably supposed to bet close to everything on the turn. I think we've taken a look at this spot in the Tournament Masterclass in the past. And on this turn, they're supposed to bet frequently and small, and they're supposed to blast the river pretty polarized with 7s and some junk. And they will have some junk, a lot of busted clubs, a lot of random jacks, right? So they have plenty of bluffs in this scenario, and I don't think they need to be betting this particular hand, especially on the ace river, where I'm going to have a pretty good amount of hero calls, especially if I have ace queen or ace jack, which will be some portion of my range. Also ace 10 as well. So I think it's a spot where the opponent probably should just check and then lose his hand. So very interesting spot, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Good.
We take those. And you know what else we like? We like swishes for my man. Skater Die. You legend.
Nice one, buddy.
He shows up every week, man. He's dedicated in those study groups. So we'd love to see him have some success. Great job, Skate.
Ace 10, betting mixing between 50 and 80%.
Oh, shit. My bad. Cool. Did you guys swish it as well? How'd you do?
We griefed the flop and switched it otherwise.
Well done. Look at the little winning streak for the Mafia today. I see you. And Chuck, thank you for that 15 months of subs, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. While we're picking another keyword, I know Toe ain't gonna leave me with this last one. So if you want to change that up, buddy, what are you thinking?
I like Marlon's keyword.
What is
Aw,
that?
piss.
All piss is the key word. All the piss. While we're doing that, while you guys are throwing that in chat, we're gonna drop this over, show you guys the events of the week, the study groups in the Poker Coaching Discord. It's free to get in the Discord. The link's in there. There's study groups, a lot of conversation, people hitting scores and shit, toes all over the room. But yeah, get in here, guys. The study groups have been great, phenomenal. We have a cash game one on Tuesday, and then we have another study group Thursday. I try to go as many hours as I possibly can. So
It's usually 3 or 4.
yeah, 3 or 4 hours, 2 times a week. People are putting up results, man. A lot of guys in there are putting up great results, so you'd love to see it. It's helping me a lot as well in my game, so I invite you guys to join that.
Yep, there's a link. You can join for free. Like you said, there's MTT rooms, there's cash game rooms. We're in there all day, every day. There's events. We have coaches coming into some of these study groups. All the study groups are recorded. You can watch the replays if you can't watch them live. Timestamp the video, ask questions. It's the best Discord server in the market. And we're not just saying that because they pay us and we built it. We're saying this because it's true. Both of those things are true. So check it out. Study groups, sessions, hand streams, coaches, giveaways, all kind of shit in there. 100% free. There's a link in the chat for you.
Yep. I mean, we're tasked with making the Discord. We're tasked with making the Discord better and providing value for you guys. So if there's anything we can do better, just let us know, man.
Who says
always
the
trying to
Army
improve
can't do
it.
crime when necessary? Everybody knows the Army is all ex-cons, myself included. So there's no surprise there. Every one of us has a record.
Oh shit!
Tell him, outsider. Every one of us has a record.
True stories. True stories.
Except for maybe Beats. Beats is a good boy.
Yeah, poker coaching is the best. Yeah, I mean, I love it, man. They treat us well, and we want to keep providing value to you guys. So we're gonna sit down and think of anything we can do to make it better. Something I have on my agenda here in the next few weeks. Try to revamp, make things better. So we'll definitely be thinking about that kind of stuff.
Oh, Beats says he's done his time. He didn't know. Beats, I was talking today. He's about to get a teardrop tattoo.
Appreciate the kind words, Sneak. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that stuff. Makes me happy to know people are getting value out of the community. Because the shit is free. You can be in there for free and hang out. And if you're absorbing, if you come in here and get the value, it's sick, dude. You should.
Yeah, that the lead coach for the study groups there, that Crazy Six guy, like he's pretty. He's good.
We're doing all right.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I want to make
him
sure
out.
everybody's getting there. Yeah, make sure everybody's getting better in those groups, man.
Way to make
All right,
the game
let's do
harder.
it.
Way to make the game harder. All right,
Fuck
draw
it,
the
baby.
winner. Oh,
Help other people.
We had to bring
Ruh-roh.
in the ringer.
Beats, who you got?
Machine gun.
Nerf gun.
He's all hyped up on gummies and NyQuil. Got
Well,
the vid and ready to party.
He is drawing stone dead because we got LaRock in the house.
Oh,
What up, champ? Good to see you, buddy. Jackson in the house. Mid-stakes gatekeeper. Hard stuck a miss himself.
hard stuck miss. That's a superhero name. I love
Hard
it.
stuck a miss is here. The gatekeeper of all things mid and low stakes.
All right, cool. What quiz we doing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm digging. It's the last one. I mean, I'm digging the Evan ones.
All right, let's do
lately.
it. 1907.
1907 going straight. I mean, it's cash. More cash game stuff as well. So.
Machine Gun likes cash. He's cool.
Hey, you love to see it. So does LaRock.
Uh-oh.
I hope. All right, but get this cash out of here. Yee.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Though.
Hello, Poker
luck,
Coaching
sir.
members. Evan Jarvis here for
I can show the options. I can show
PokerCoaching.com,
the
coming
options.
at you with another cash game quiz. And today we are playing a little 50-cent $1 over on PokerStars. So we are sitting with Ace 4 suited in the cutoff versus fairly reggy table. Start with the fold from Mr. Slacker. Actions on us with Ace 4 spades. What should we do? Should we fold, call, raise to 2.5, or raise to 3?
All right. Well, quick shout out too. If you haven't heard about it, check out Evan's recently published book, "Crushing Small Stakes Poker" or "Crushing Small Stakes Cash Games," something like that. It was just released. Check it out.
I love Evan, man. He's one of the best
Super
guys
nice guy.
in the community, man. He's
I've been talking
so
to him
lucky.
a little bit lately. We're gonna get him on something soon.
Yeah, we got Affleck whenever he's back in town.
Got him
I'm
on
working on getting somebody in the cash game study group as well that I respect. But everybody's time.
I just saw Affleck post too. He's literally on his way to the airport.
Nice. Bravo says 2.3 according to GTO Wizard. Oh, so you're cheating already and you're admitting. I see what's going on here.
What the hell?
No, I'm kidding, bro. I see you, Bravo. No, but yeah, we can mix up 2-3, 2-5. I think it's about the same thing. 3x is there. What are you guys doing?
I mean, this is just open. Right? Just open it.
3x. Well,
Size matters, but open it.
Yeah. Cool. LaRock, what side did you say? LaRock's going 3.
So was Marlon. I'm going 2.5.
2.5 for me. Don't think it's that big of a deal, especially if your table configuration is playing a certain kind of way. Think it could be okay. I just really think online you'd probably be better off just using 2.5 since, I don't play this game, he says. Well, good. This is going to be a good learning experience. So he's going 3x. I think you should be going 2.5. It's probably a little bit more standard today, but 3x is fine.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, our hand is definitely too strong to be folding. We don't want to be opening a pot with a limp in this situation. There are a few situations we're going to be opening with a limp. This is not one of them. And between the sizes of 2.5 and 3x, I think it's pretty close, but according to the solvers that I like to work with, 2.5x is the preferred size, so that is going to be the 10-point play here. We get a fold from a reggy reg. We get a fold from a nit reg with an aggro name. If you know, you know. And the big blind, who's that big ball and reg from a previous hand, who doesn't have a stack on this table but has a big stack on another table, calls out of the big blind. Flop is pretty juicy. Deuce of spades, 6 of hearts, 5 of spades, giving us a gut shot and the nut flush draw. Our opponent checks. What should we do? Should we check? Bet 1.75 for about a third of pot, bet 3.5 for 2/3 pot, or 5.25 airing on the size of pot.
All righty.
See you later. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Take care. Molten Ash is 5-5.
It's funny how common that's true. It's not always true, so be careful. But it's funny how common it is where the guy with the aggro name is always the nittiest, and the guy with the nitty name is always the spazziest. Like, it's so true so much of the time.
The girl avatar is the most aggressive players of all time.
Always. Beats. Mr. Beats. Beats.
Girl avatar, guys using girl avatars. Yeah, that shit doesn't work anymore. Everybody knows. Doesn't work. You gotta have a 2-head to fall for it.
We got a ton of 3.5s in the chat, a couple of 1.7s, and one 5.25 for Ronan saying F this guy. Beats us damn. Need to change my avatar.
3.5, 3.5, 5.25, 5.25, 3.5. A couple 1.25s, but mostly bigger bets. Jackson is check. Over aggressive blonde avatar. Wait a minute, what are we doing here, LaRock? Did you say? Oh, he's going 3.5.
Marlon going 1.7.
1.75. Okay, cool. So would you want to?
I mean, I have you in my mind, so you tell me to go half pot in these spots. So I would go closer to
or
half.
Overbet.
So I'm not going 1.75. I would go 3.5, really.
Yeah, I wonder if we get. I mean, we also do get some overbet flops as well, but I don't know if one where they have 3-4 suited in their calling range, they don't have 3-4 off. They obviously hit this board, so bigger and more infrequent. I feel like 3.5 is more the standard, bigger size that I would use. Third pot, dude. Like, I think a lot of tournament players that I'm starting to see come in these study groups are still third potting too much. Whereas we're deeper SPRs and our bet sizing wants to be more polar in a lot of spots where we're going half pot, over bet plus in some spots. So we don't use third as much, but you still do see it. But I don't know. I would tend to. I like 5.25. I'd probably push some equity with this. The nice thing about going 5.25, like, we don't need to just get there. If it's a high card, we can keep bluffing as well. Like, dude, 3.5 or 5.25, I think are both the best.
All good points, Why I think you're right on it.
Yep. But I wonder if he wants to go third because he wants to, like, keep his range wide and find some barrels. But I don't use this in cash much anymore.
Right, because I think given the situation, if BB calls, he's calling inelastically on size. True.
Yep.
On this board.
All right, please show me 5.25, but we're gonna go 3.5. That's what LaRock's doing.
What the fuck was
Marlon was going to third.
1.75. Yep.
Go.
So we've got a ton of
So we
equity
can call a raise.
in this spot, and we have some really good things
No.
working in our favor. One
like
of those is the fact that we
5-2-5
dominate a lot of worse
as
draws.
well.
Any spade draw that our opponent
Dominate.
has
run
is
this.
worse than
We
us, and those are hands that we
dominate.
can cooler. We dominate all the straight draws. because we're gonna make
Drominate.
a
I like
straight.
that.
On some of those outs, we're going to be making a flush, and we're going to have the best of it.
That's good.
And those
All
are the main
piss.
things. Against hands like top pair, we have extra outs with the fact that we have the overcard as well as the gut shot as well as the flush
Oops,
draw.
sorry.
And against hands like two pair, straights, sets, we have some implied odds because of the fact that those are very strong hands and we are drawing to the nuts. Also, one of the benefits of having our particular hand is we're rarely going to get ourselves into trouble when we
This
don't
is good.
improve because all we have is ace high. So our implied odds are very high, but our reverse implied odds are very low, which are many reasons to be building the pot. The one downside to this board is that the big blind is going to be connecting with it a lot. And so the big blind is kind of favored on this board relative to our range. But with our particular hand, we don't mind that because we can continue versus
True.
some aggressive action.
Yep.
So I think that betting here is the best play. We want to be building the pot. Whatever size you choose is going to be valuable. It's going to have its merits. The bigger you build the pot now, the bigger you can get paid off later when you do make your hand. The only downside to building it big now is if we get check raised and face a big bet on the turn and we haven't improved to our hand yet, it's going to be more expensive to hit our draw, and our implied odds are going to be slightly less because we're paying higher amounts on the flop and turn to win less money on the river. Whereas if we keep the pot smaller on the early streets, the implied odds are highest. We're paying the minimum to potentially win the maximum on later streets. So for all those reasons, the optimal bet size here, solver approved, is the 33%. And surprise, surprise, the big ball and rag hits us with a check raise to 6. So now what should we do? Should we fold, call, click them back to 20, or just go all in?
Go all in. Now, dude, in live poker, I swear to God, when people get these flush draws, they just rip the shit. You know how many people last summer when I was playing WSOP stuff would just rip nut flush draws for infinite number of big blinds?
Oh, combo
infinite.
draws, they rep even more too.
Oh my God. 25x pot rips with nut flush draws in live poker. Oh, can't see that. Why am I C plus? C plus. C plus, 100%. Booming out. Welcome to the Boomer stream, guys. Just watch me degenerate more and more every stream till I'm drooling on myself.
Did someone say pot rippers? Marlon calling. Lots of calls.
Go
Everyone
home.
calling. Some
There it
people
is,
are
Jackson.
going 20. There's a couple 20s out there. Most people call.
Ripping is fun. Is that what you're doing, LaRock? Oh, no, you said call. He's calling. Okay, we're calling. Toe?
Everyone
Call.
calling. Everyone pretty much calling here.
Call. Yes.
Yeah, call.
Yes, call. Yes. I clicked it. Yes. Only call.
We certainly do not want to be folding
Call.
here. We're
Only
getting
call.
a fine price here. We have position. We have so much equity. And we have, more importantly, such good implied odds. So we definitely want to be continuing. The reason I put all in here as an option is because I often see that newer players think I have a combo draw. I can easily just get it all in. I'm always going to have lots of outs. The
Perfect.
problem with doing that is that sometimes our opponent is going to have that straight against which we only have 9 outs. Sometimes our opponent is going to have that set or that 2 pair where we do have our 12 outs twice, but we aren't a favorite. We aren't a favorite, so we're actually losing some money by putting all our chips in here. We are dominating our opponent when they have, 7-8 of spades, actually any 7-8 for that matter, overcards with a spade, king, queen, king, jack. But if we just go all in here, it doesn't guarantee that our opponent is going to call off with those worst draws. What we're going to get called by for sure is the sets and the straights against which we are not a favorite, and we're going to potentially be knocking out the hands against which we are a favorite. So that play is unnecessary. Re-raising our opponent back, kind of opens up the door to the same situation where now he can shove with his best hands. And we may feel now that we're priced in, but we didn't need to get in that situation. And we may fold out some of the hands that we are wanting to keep in that we have implied odds. The one benefit to check raising is against a hand like 6x that's looking for some protection, or 5-3 or 2-3 suited going for a little semi bluff. We may get those hands to fold, which are technically better than us, but we are able to get those hands to fold on later streets anyway. So we don't need to make that play now and open up the door to getting re-raised. So the best play here is to simply call and take the turn card in position with a deep stacked pot ratio, which happens to be the king of hearts. And our opponent now bets pretty large, 15 into 17.5. So action back on you. What should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 50, or go all in?
Now what?
Oh, PS.
He pops that bitch into
Appropriate
you again.
keyword for this quiz.
The all piss.
The all piss quiz.
People are shook. Call. All in for LaRock. It's all in now. My goodness. We're in position. Call, call, call. Got a call. We beat all the bluffs still. Call, same logic as before. Didn't change. We got one person all in and all calls.
Calls.
He says,
all
whoops.
the call.
I think you're deep enough to justify a call with implied odds. It's close, though. Keep the pot small. Call. Set abs. Calling as well. Yep. I mean,
it's a call. We just have too much equity. We're still drawn to the nuts. Like, we can't fold. Period.
no, I mean, folding is impossible.
I don't think
You
it
still have an
is.
over if you somehow had backed into like a king high flush draw or something like. I don't know. Dude, you can't fold in position. We still have enough outs, equity, implied odds. If we get there, if he has two pair, we can stack him. Dude, there's just no folding. Just pay. And then going all in, we don't need to turn our hand into a semi bluff because we get to realize all the equity in position as well. And you still beat a handful of bluffs.
Yep.
No, there's just no folding.
You want to hear something cool? It's a side tangent. I'm sorry I got distracted, but I have ADD. I was bringing up, getting ready to throw the host and all that kind of stuff. And hashtag online poker is trending on Twitter right now, which is never happening.
No, I've seen it before, and not too long ago.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's super good.
All right, yeah, we're calling. Everyone good. Let's do it.
Legalize it.
Oh, wait.
Fake
Cyrus
true.
said he flipped a coin and he's all in.
Oh, yeah, we're going all in. LaRock's all in.
Oh, these guys studied together.
Yeah, savage. What if it is?
I don't see.
All right, I'm only calling.
I mean, we
What
do
if it's
check
not?
raise. So we do check raise and check jam turns with combo draws a lot, but I don't think we do that when we
In position.
already got 3-bet in this pot. Like, everything changes when you check raise flop, right?
We're not even in, we're in position as well.
That is true. Yeah, we're in position as well. Very true.
Just check raising all that. Yeah, fuck that. Let's just call. But let's go all in and hopefully not get goosed. You ready?
Yep.
So the first thing we can
Not
do is
goose.
look at the mathematics of the situation. We can
goose.
count our outs and see what our, odds are. So if we count our outs, we think we have about 12 outs. We're not including the ace
Shit,
as
not
an
bad.
out. We have a 24% equity share in the pot against a made hand, which if we're getting 2-1 on a call is not quite enough. But we only need to win another $15 on the river, which is the same size as our opponent's bet here. So we can probably safely assume that we have the implied odds to continue, the minimum implied odds. We're also probably going to make more than that when we do make our hand. If we include the ace as an out and we're closer to 15 outs, closer to about 30%, now we actually do have the odds, the pot odds to continue. We don't even need any implied odds on the river. So we're definitely not going to be folding this hand. Question is, do we want to do any raising? If we raise to 50, it is similar to going all in, except we give our opponent a slightly better price with their drawing hands. And we're probably not going to get a lot of made hands to call the turn raise and fold the river. So we're basically just letting him free roll the extra $40 by making it 50 instead of going all in. Now, the best play here, in my opinion, is simply to call. We are getting the right price. We're in position. We have the implied odds. We can keep in the worse hands. We can keep in the draws. The medium strength hands are often going to give up. And the sets are not, and the straights are not going to get all our money. The one perk to going all in is that we may be able to get a call from a couple of hands that we dominate, 7-8 suited, 7-9 suited, things like that. Problem is we're also going to get called by the King X's that we dominated, but they now have the best hand against us. But we can get some hands that are semi-bluffing to fold here that may bluff us out on the river. That is the real benefit to jamming here. And it's a nice hand to balance our value jamming range. So if we have, sets that we're going to be shoving here and we're looking for what are the best hands to add there as our bluffs, if we're balancing, combo draws are a really nice hand to put in that range. Although I may prefer to have 7-8 of spades rather than ace-4 of spades because it's lower in terms of the showdown value. So that's the main perk of going all in is we can get some hands that would otherwise bluff us out to fold, and we can get some wins when we don't improve. But calling is going to be the best play for all the other reasons mentioned. And fortunately, we do make the nuts on the river with the 9 of spades, and our opponent bets 35 into us. So what should we do? Should
Nothing
we
to
fold,
see.
call, raise to 70, or go all in?
Dude, this is just go all in.
Yeah, I fucked up too. To be fair, this turn is a 10 because I was going with Cyrus's answer, who was the winner of the previous quiz. We're at Machine Gun this time, who did say call. So we have an 8 and 3
I
10s.
see. Well, we have 2 8, a 10, and a 7. So you probably got us. Everybody's cat jamming. Bravo, Mike's folding. GG.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't. You always have to jam.
Yeah.
Calling improves your future equity because these players will think you're dog shit and note you. Fair.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. And we got the fucking nuts. Jam. Go get that money.
Yeah, you get about. I hope if the video is longer than 3 minutes to tell you why you should jam this, we're snap going past all that.
Jam the nuts. What the fuck?
Yeah. There's
End of
the
quiz.
nuts, and he can have 7-8. That's it. He has 3-4 still and 7-8 and 2 pairs. He'll call you within sets. That's it.
Yep.
GG. So whatever he has to say, we'll condense it. You ready?
Ready to go.
At this point, we've made the nuts. We don't want to
How
get
long
any
is it? It's 2
penalties
minutes.
by just calling on the river with the nuts. We don't want to misread our hand or fail to
GG.
double check it and
Give it a minute.
fold
Give
thinking
it
that
30
we
seconds.
have ace-4 of clubs and for some reason call the check raise and a bet with ace-4 of clubs and now folding on the river. No, we want to make sure that we have the nuts. We want to make sure we get the maximum value.
Check your cards. You
So
have
the
nuts.
difference
Ready to go.
between raising to 70 and going all in is about $11. I think in terms of what hands are folding versus calling, between those two sizing, there is no difference. So
we
we
can
may as
agree
well
with
go for the larger size
Why
to
is this
get
here?
maximum value.
Nobody uses
This
this.
is the implied odds
Who
that we were
does
waiting
this?
for, and we're going to get it. The other good news is even if our opponent folds to our raise, because of what we discussed on the turn, we were getting offered 2 to 1
I'm
on
crying.
our call. We needed 3 to 1 with our implied odds. We're getting more than that already because our opponent's betting 2 times their turn bet, which would give us about 5 to 1 immediately. No, 4 to 1 immediately. So we raise all in, and very fortunately
I
for
couldn't
us,
take this
our
serious.
opponent had an extremely strong hand on the turn that kind of got coolered on the river. 8-7 of hearts. Making it straight. Now,
Sounds like
this
Mickey
hand is
Mouse,
not always
bro.
going to be calling the raise on the end, but it doesn't matter. We already
Should we
got
kill
our
it?
implied odds. I think
Wait
the
a minute.
reason that the reg in this hand chose to make the call on the river was because the odds
Yes.
were so good.
You can
It
kill
was only
it. Dude, I just listened to it on 2x speed.
Oh, did you? I should have told you that.
Oh, it's the fucking funniest shit.
You want to know
of
some
all
crazy shit?
time.
I was looking for, again, someone to
the
host,
fuck?
and there is poker AI _poker _software who's literally streaming a bot right now.
Don't get that shit. No, nope.
How to fucking report this bitch?
Like, how many? We've already got to compete with the 24/7 poker streams. This shouldn't fucking exist in the Twitch streams that are ran by channels. Now we got to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
Streaming is already hard enough. Who are we dropping this on? Guys, today was awesome. We got a 43, by the way, so it sounds like Machine Gun got us.
He did. Yeah, he crushed it. You got all 10s and an 8 on the flop.
Well done, Machine Gun. Good job, buddy. What situation would you ever bet? None. Literally 0. With the nuts in this spot. Never.
Yeah. No. Go get your fucking money. You want to get paid?
I'm greedy.
We got
as
we
hell.
got beer and cigarettes to
All right,
buy.
Peter,
We got
take care.
kids to feed. Go get that money. I reported that Twitch stream, by the way.
Nice.
Fuck that guy.
Take care, Peter, man. Thanks for hanging out. And everybody, man, thank you guys for hanging out today. We actually went a little bit over. Look at us. Going over and like starting late as usual and technical difficulties. So hell yeah. But guys,
So we don't always start off the race very strong, but we always win it in the end. We're always, we always get here.
Sure. Guys, I just dropped the shout out. Give Toe a follow, man. My dude streams 2 days a week nowadays. I'm still out here trying to make it happen 5 days a week. But show my man some love. Been crushing it, doing his thing. And don't forget about the PC Discord. Gave you guys a little sneak peek of what goes on in there. If you are interested, there are 6 study groups 6 days a week, including this study group today. But 6 days a week, we have study groups. It's free to anyone and everyone, and it's a community all about just helping people that are passionate about the game of poker, and we love it, man. So if you guys are interested in that and love the game, you're more than welcome to get in that Discord, and here's a link for it.
All the links in there, Discord, Sixes, YouTube if you want to watch this one from the beginning or anything we've done in the past over the last few years. We've had a lot of great guests. Go check those out. Poker coaching,
Thanks,
all that good
Dustin.
stuff. Go check out all the links. Who do you want to throw the host to? They're saying Parallax, who was a stormer, but I don't know.
I don't even know. I've never heard of them.
I was gonna pick some random low viewer streamer, which is how I found that shitty site or shitty.
Craig CU.
That's so funny because that was the random no streamer that I was gonna. That was exactly what I was looking at.
Just give my man some love. I'm all about supporting a smaller streamer. I know how hard it is to be a small streamer and how cool it is or nice it is to get any kind of support at all, because it feels like you're just treading uphill doing this shit. So just drop my man some love. Be kind. And yeah, man. Thank you guys for the support. We love you guys, and we're out of here.
Yep. In 5 seconds, we are there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who's streaming about AI underscore something poker software? I think it is. Check it
Great.
out. Go report his ass. Peace.
All right. Peace out, guys.